Electronic Specifier.
Welcome to Electronic Specifier Insights, the podcast for electronics engineers. I'm your host, Paige West. In today's episode, I speak with Fausto di Segni, European Head of IoT and AI at SECO. As the world moves beyond the first hype of ChatGPT for creative or content use, industry players are now seeking to understand why and how integrating generative AI can further their business goals to give them a competitive edge. Fausto gives us an overview of the benefits Gen AI can bring, as well as the challenges we need to overcome. He also gives some excellent advice if you're just starting out on your AI journey. We hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get started.
Electronic Specifier.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Electronic Specifier Insights. I'm pleased today to be joined by Fausto di Segni, who is the European Head of IoT and AI at SECO. SECO, thank you. So thank you very much for joining us. How are you today? You keeping well?
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great, and I'm excited to be here to discuss the advancement that we are making at SECO for IoT and AI, especially in the realm of edge computing. So super
Fantastic. Great. Well, it's great to have you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, sure. Fausto di Segni, as we said, I'm the European Head of IoT and AI in SECO. I have over 25 years of experience in the IT sector, having the privilege to approach the integration of IoT and artificial intelligence solutions from many angles. My background includes working for big software vendors and system integrators like HP and DXC Technology, where I helped the organization, let's say, to harness the power of AI directly at the source of the data generation. And now at SECO, I oversee our IoT and AI offering across Europe, driving the innovation and ensuring that we provide the cutting-edge solution that meet the evolving needs of the customers.
Brilliant. So tell us a little bit more about SECO as well.
Certainly, SECO is a global leader in the embedded computing and the IoT solutions. It was founded back in 1979 in Arezzo, in Italy. And over the year, we evolved from hardware manufacturing to a comprehensive provider of IoT and AI technology. Our mission is to drive the digital transformation for businesses across various industries, delivering cutting-edge solutions that integrate the hardware, obviously, and the software and the artificial intelligence. And at SECO, we offered a wide range of products from embedded computing model and single board computer to a fully integrated system that equipped with advanced AI capabilities directly at the edge. We focus heavily on innovation and R&D, which allows us to help our customers to accelerate their product development cycles, to optimize the operation, and also unlock the new revenue streams. And with a global presence and a strong network of partners, we are committed to staying at the forefront of the technological advancement. So our goal is to empower businesses to harness the full potential of IoT and AI, making technology more accessible and impactful for our customer worldwide.
Brilliant. Now, you're the perfect person to speak to today because I'd love to chat about generative AI. As we know, sort of the world is moving beyond the first hype of ChatGPT for creative and content use. Sort of industry players are now seeking to understand why and how integrating sort of Gen AI can further their business goals to give them a competitive edge. So I'm interested to hear, how do you see generative AI aligning with the objectives of the industrial enterprises, and what specific value does it bring beyond sort of the creative content generation?
Yeah, the content generation is obviously the first thing that is visible to everyone, but generative AI indeed holds tremendous potential enterprise beyond just that. And at SECO, we see it aligned closely with the strategic objective of this enterprise in several transformative ways. So, firstly, generative AI can revolutionize the product design and the development itself, because leveraging the advanced algorithm, the company can generate and evaluate multiple design iteration more rapidly, and optimizing obviously the factors like cost, materials, performance, and all these kind of things. And this accelerates the innovation cycle, and also can lead to a more efficient, cost-effective products. Secondly, in the realm of manufacturing, for example, generative AI can optimize many complex processes. It can analyze a vast amount of data from sensor to machinery, and disidentify patterns and suggest improvement, and leading to an increased operational efficiency. For example, it can enhance the predictive maintenance by forecasting the equipment failures even before they happen, and thus will obviously reduce downtime and maintenance costs. Moreover, I can say that the generative AI can play a big role in the supply chain optimization, because it can simulate various scenarios to predict the potential disruption that may happen, and recommend the adjustment in case, helping the companies to become more resilient and responsive to the market change. So if we go on the customization itself, the generative AI enable some personalized solution at scale. So industrial enterprise can offer some tailored product or service, generating a specific configuration based on the customer requirements. So this will increase and also enhance the customer satisfaction and the loyalty. At the end, integrating generative AI directly with edge computing, that is our focus area in SECO. It amplifies all these benefits, because running the AI model directly at the edge allow for real-time data processing and decision making, reducing all the latencies and also improving the responsiveness. So this is crucial in the industrial settings where an immediate action need to be taking place and can significantly impact the productivity and the safety, you know. So obviously, as a last point, just to mention the fact that generative AI can also enhance the human-machine interaction, because you can create more intuitive and user interface and experiences, improving obviously the operator efficiency and reducing the learning curve for the complex system. There are many use cases around this that probably we can see later on.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a long list of benefits and values that generative AI can bring. But what challenges, what are some of the significant challenges that industrial enterprises are facing when looking to integrate Gen AI into their systems?
Yeah. Nowadays, that's a good question, because nowadays, obviously, integrate directly the generative AI into industrial system presents several significant challenges that all the enterprise need to address at the beginning. So, first of all, we need to consider the data quality and availability, because one of the foremost challenges is the requirement to have large volume of data to train the generative AI model. So in the industrial settings, the data can be often fragmented or unstructured or so siloed across different organizations and systems. So ensuring that the data integrity is a valid one, and establishing this data governance is essential to derive the meaningful insight from the AI. You need to obviously take care about the computational resource and the whole infrastructure, because generative AI, we know, are all these models are computational intensive, so it requires substantial processing power, some specified and dedicated hardware for both for the training and also for the real-time inference. So we need to implement the necessary infrastructure that, by the way, can be costly and complex. And this is particularly challenging when we want to deploy the AI capability at the edge, because the resource that we have on the edge are limited. So we need to make more focus on the infrastructure at that point. And at SECO, we address these kind of things, providing the edge computing solution that are already optimized for the AI workload. So, by the way, the challenge remain for many enterprises. We solved this with some specific hardware, but this kind of challenge are something that need to be taken into consideration. Obviously, you need to consider always the fact that you need to integrate with legacy system, because industrial environment rely on legacy system that they are not designed for the AI integration in mind. So the retrofitting of this system can be technically challenging and may require significant investment there. So one of the things that need to be done is to ensure the seamless interoperability between this AI technology and the existing infrastructure, and this one is a critical hurdle to consider. Let me mention also some aspect related to the security and privacy concern. Obviously, deploy AI solution introduce new vectors for the cybersecurity risk. And so protecting the sensitive industrial data from breaches is a paramount. This is something that need to be done by design. And additionally, we need to comply with regulation in data privacy, like GDPR or such. And this is a complex task when you have to deal with AI models that process a large amount of data. So this data can be proprietary and confidential. There are obviously some aspects that need to be taken in consideration related to the cost and the return of investment whenever you have to handle with these technologies. And the initial investment for integrate the generative AI can also be substantial if you have to start from scratch. But you need to have the data, you have some costs related to data preparation, the upgrade of the infrastructure. You probably have to acquire new talent, so there is the talent acquisition to take in mind. And within this actor scenario, demonstrate a clear return of investment is an essential for all the stakeholders, but can be difficult considering the experimental nature of this kind of technologies sometimes. So it's better to always take in consideration this kind of ROI scenario when we talk with the customers.
And you've mentioned sort of edge AI and edge computing, and we know it's sort of been a growing trend in industrial IoT, but how critical is edge AI to enabling sort of Gen AI applications?
Well, edge AI is absolutely critical in enabling the general, let's say, the generative AI application within the industrial setting, because the industrial environment can often require real-time data processing and some immediate decision making, which is where edge AI becomes a requirement. Generative AI models are, as we said, computational intensive and traditionally rely on cloud computing resource. This is something that is the approach that was taken so far. But sending all this large volume of data to the cloud introduce latency and also can pose security risk. So these are both unacceptable in industry where milliseconds are the milliseconds matter and data is highly sensitive. So by deploying AI capabilities at the edge, and at the edge I mean directly on the devices or on the local server within the industrial settings, we can process and analyze the data in real time and take immediate action, without the need of constant cloud connectivity. And this immediate processing capability is essential for application like the predictive maintenance that yesterday was done, processing a large amount of data in the back end and so on and so forth, but nowadays can be done directly on the edge, and the equipment need to be analyzed instantly to prevent the downtime or also in the adaptive manufacturing, where that requires, on-the-fly adjustment based on the real-time data inputs. So all these kind of things give us the chance to say that Edge AI enables the generative models to function effectively in these scenarios by providing the necessary computational power right where it's needed. Moreover, I mentioned this before, but moreover, Edge AI also enhances the data security and privacy because, since the data are processed locally, there's less risk of exposing this during the transmission. That is a big concern for the proprietary industrial information, and reduce the bandwidth and the consumption of the cost associated to this. So at SECO, we recognize the paramount importance of Edge AI and in industrial IoT, and we developed solutions that are optimized for running complex AI models directly on the edge, allowing our customer to harness the power of generative AI for the application like real-time quality control, supply chain optimization, and also the personalized manufacturing processes. So in essence, without the Edge AI, the full potential of the generative AI in industrial setting cannot really be realized in the time that is expected from our customers.
Okay, so tell me more then about how SECO's hardware and software ecosystem facilitates that integration, particularly from the edge to the cloud.
Certainly. At SECO, we developed a comprehensive hardware and software ecosystem designed to streamline the deployment of AI and the generative AI across various industrial applications, facilitating this integration from edge to cloud. So talking about this hardware solution, our hardware, obviously, our hardware offering includes a range number of embedded computing modules and edge devices that are optimized for the AI workloads. These devices are equipped with a powerful processor and accelerator capable to handle complex AI algorithms directly on the edge, as I said. By processing the data locally, we reduce the latency. And for example, our latest Smart and COM modular solution are flexible, powerful, and also power efficient edge computing platform that integrate the high performance CPU, GPUs, and NPUs, enabling to run sophisticated generative AI models directly on site. And regarding software ecosystem, it's on the software side, we developed an ecosystem that includes tools and framework for AI development, and also deployment and management of this model directly. Because, example, our CLIA software suite will be powered with an end-to-end solution for the data collection, but also the model training and the inference directly on the cloud. And this will allow a deployment on the edge using a no-code user interface. The developers can also easily build and deploy the AI models on the edge. We obviously also offer edge-to-cloud integration capabilities because our system can securely connect to the cloud platform, allowing for centralized management, the data aggregation, and additional processing when needed. But this hybrid approach leverages the strength of both the edge and the cloud computing. In SECO, we also take care about the integration and support, because understanding that integrating AI in this industrial system can be challenging. We provide extensive support and services, and our team works closely with the customer to customize such kind of solution for specific needs. Obviously, we offer development kits, SDKs, and APIs to simplify all the integration process. But moreover, our ecosystem is designed with interoperability in mind. So we ensure that our hardware and software can seamlessly interact with third-party system and platforms. So it's something that give us the chance to talk in many different ways. And this flexibility allows enterprise to integrate the generative AI capabilities without overhauling the entire infrastructure.
I think one of the biggest questions that I come across and one of the biggest concerns is that with the increasing reliance on AI, how can we address the concerns around data privacy and security and compliance, particularly with sort of the applications at the edge and in the cloud?
This is a great question, always raised also by our customer. Data privacy, security, and compliance are critical consideration as AI becomes increasingly integrated into the industrial application, both at the edge and also in the cloud. In SECO, we address this concern through a multi-layered approach that encompass the hardware, the software, as I mentioned, and also the organizational practice. So at hardware level, an example, our edge devices are designed with built-in security feature to protect against any unauthorized access or and tampering and so on. And there are secure boot mechanism, signed software updates, and also trust platform models. And this include the integrity of the device from the moment it power on immediately. This feature obviously help in safeguarding the sensitive data and maintaining the trustworthiness of the system for the entire life cycle. But let's say on the software layer, on the software side, we implement also robust security protocols to adhere to the best practice in software development. All our operating system application are regularly updated with the patches, the security patches, obviously, but we support encryption standards like the AAS 256 and at rest and TLS and SSL protocol for the data that are in transit. So this ensures that whenever data is being, let's say, whatever data is being processed locally or transmitted to the cloud, it remains protected against potential threat. In the edge processing for data privacy, we minimize the amount of sensitive data because having this, let's say, minimization of the data that are transmitted to the over the network reduce the exposure to external threats and aiding in compliance with the protection regulation, as I mentioned before. And this is particularly important where data sovereignty and privacy are of utmost importance. I can mention also, if you want, the fact that we need to rely also on some cloud providers that need to be at the same level of the expectation our customer may have. So we leverage, let's say, we partner with the cloud service provider that comply with all the international security standards, and we ensure also that the data stored and processed in the cloud are encrypted and also can be strictly the access control can be strictly enforced. Our cloud architecture, by the way, is designed with redundancy and disaster recovery because all these aspects from edge to cloud need to have always the security in mind.
I'm interested to hear whether you think there are any particular industries or sectors that have been more successful or quicker in adopting Gen AI, and what lessons other sectors can learn from that.
Yeah, certainly. In our experience working with customers at SECO, I would mention that the manufacturing and the industrial automation sector have been particularly quick and successfully in adopting the generative AI solution that we offer. This industry obviously are driven by the need for efficiency, precision, and innovation. So this make them keen to embrace this advanced technology that can give them a competitive edge. I give you a couple of examples. So manufacturing, an example, on our manufacturing clients have integrated generative AI into their production processes with remarkable results. For instance, they are using our edge computing platform to implement the real-time quality control system and running directly AI model on the factory floor. They will detect instantly the defects, reducing the waste and improving the product quality. And additionally, they are defining how to adopt the generative AI for the predictive maintenance. So by analyzing the data directly on the machinery, AI can predict when the equipment is likely to fail and act immediately, minimizing the downtime. On the healthcare and medical devices, an example in this sector, particularly in the medical device manufacturers, has also been swift in adopting our generative AI solution. A customer is testing our hardware and software solution to develop an advanced diagnostic tool, so that this can process, and analyze the medical data at the edge, directly in the patient's bed, to be more precise, and this enable faster and more accurate diagnosis when ensuring that the patient data remains secure and compliant with the privacy regulation. So this is something that can be done directly on the bed of the patients. So just to mention some lesson learned in this example, we definitely need to identify some specific pain points, because this industry started by pinpointing specific challenges with generative AI to get the immediate value, such the quality control or the predictive mentioned maintenance that I mentioned, and the other sector can benefit by adopting a targeted approach to AI. By the way, deploying AI at the edge has been crucial for real-time processing and decision making. So investing in a robust edge infrastructure can significantly enhance the effectiveness of the AI application. And obviously, you always have to collaborate with an experienced partner, because working closely with SECO allowed this company to tailor solution for their specific need, accelerating the deployment and reducing the implementation risk. And partnering with providers always offer integrated hardware and software solutions, simplify the adoption process. Now, if we want to focus also on the data, just a last lesson learned from this, an effective AI application require high quality data. And this industry invested a lot in data collection and management to ensure that their AI model can perform optimally. So these are something that need to be obviously considered in any industry. So let's say.
Brilliant. And I understand that SECO's goal is to enable or make in 5 years the use of Gen AI in devices a reality. So what will that look like?
Well, absolutely. Our goal at SECO is to make the use of generative AI in devices a widespread reality in the next years. So integrating AI, generative AI and AI directly into the device will unlock a multitude of possibilities that can fundamentally transform all the industry and enhance all the user experience. Some example. Obviously, there will be, as we said already, an enhanced personalization, because the device can be equipped with generative AI that can learn from the user interaction to provide more tailored and personalized experiences, exactly as it happens, in the smart home system that can adapt to your individual preferences, adjusting the lighting, the temperature, and so on and so forth. The same could be applied to the HMI application that can learn the habits to provide suggested features depending on the context. Or in the industrial settings, device can analyze the data and take decision on the spot. So, for instance, the anomalies taken in real time will adjust the operation to prevent the defect or any downtime. But anyhow, the devices can generate also more natural and intuitive interface with the generative AI, because voice assistant, for example, can engage more conversational dialogues, understanding the content and provide accurate response also directly when we are on the floor on the plant. So this is definitely a benefit. Let's say these are potential example, but the benefits that this will generate obviously are related to reduce the latency, because we said it will process the data directly on the field. It will improve the data privacy. We will also have scalability. An example. This is another benefit, because on device AI allows scalable deployment across numerous devices without overwhelming the networking or the cloud infrastructure, facilitating the widespread adoption. And moreover, there is also energy efficiency that need to take into consideration, because optimized AI model can manage the power directly, power consumption intelligently. So it will extend the battery life for the portable device, and at the same time will reduce the energy cost in the larger system. So just to give an envision of what this future will look in 5 years. So we envision a future where devices are not just tools, but are intelligent partners that anticipate the needs, optimize the operation, and also contribute themselves to the innovation. Because with factories where the machine communicate and collaborate, adjusting the workflow dynamically to optimize efficiency and the product quality without human intervention, or the medical device that I said before, that can monitor the patient health in real time, or generate the personalized, let's say, care recommendation. These are all scenarios that can be triggered and enabled by the generative AI. There will be obviously some impact also in our day-to-day life, because not only in the industry, but also in day-to-day life, because in the stores, in the retail, the digital signage and kiosk, or the smart shelf themselves can also generate personalized promotion or product recommendation based on the customer, having a better retail experience. So in SECO, we are actively developing the hardware and software ecosystem to support such vision, and our edge computing platform, such as the latest Titan family, are designed to handle this intensive computational requirement of generative AI, while maintaining the energy efficiency. So additionally, our software framework, like ClearOS, provided developers with the tools to create and deploy this model directly on the edge. So these are the scenarios that, the exciting scenarios that is waiting for us in the upcoming years with the approach of the generative AI.
And one final question then is for companies or for customers that are just looking to start their AI journey, what advice would you give them in terms of planning and implementing AI initiatives successfully?
Well, for companies that are just starting their AI journey, I will try to run in my 10 advice. First of all, you need to define some clear objective. You need to have identified the specific business challenge, the opportunity where the AI can add tangible value, and go for that. But secondly, you need to have to assess the data readiness, because you need to evaluate the quality and availability of your data, because AI model heavily rely on robust data sets. So implement a data governance practice. It's fundamental. You need to start with pilot project, because begin with small scale project can demonstrate quick win, and then the pilot initiative allow you also to learn and adapt without significant risk. But at the same time, you also need to plan for the scalability, because you need to design your AI solution with the scalability in mind. Start small, but think bigger on this. And because as your business grow, your AI infrastructure should be able to expand seamlessly to increasing demand. Obviously, you need to leverage on the edge computing, because consider deploying AI at the edge to enable real-time data processing, and because this approach reduces the latency and enhance the performance of the AI itself. You need to invest a lot of time in talent and skills, because you need to build a multidisciplinary team that includes the data scientists, the engineers, the domain expert. And this is something that, even if you have in-house expertise that is limited, consider instead to partner with someone that has such kind of skill set. And internally, you need to foster a culture of innovation, because encourage the organizational culture that embrace the change and the innovation. It's fundamental, and will educate your team about the benefits of AI, and overcome resistance, and also promote the adoption. Just a few hints at the end is obviously you need to measure and iterate, because this is something that always it's painful in the AI project. You need to establish some clear metrics and evaluate the performance of your AI project, and use these insights to refine your strategy and continuously improve the process overall. At the end, the obvious suggestion is also to collaborate with some experienced partner, because partnering with companies like SECO can provide the customer to the necessary hardware, software, and expertise to accelerate such kind of initiatives.
Brilliant. Thank you, Fausto. I know our listeners will appreciate your advice. So before we finish then, is there anything else that you'd like to discuss?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts today. Before we conclude, I just want to emphasize the integration of generative AI in the edge. It's not just a technological advancement, but it's a strategic imperative for the businesses that are aiming to stay competitive in this fast-paced market. And at SECO, we are committed to empower these companies to harness these technologies effectively. And I want to highlight the importance of collaboration in this journey, because implementing AI solution is a complex endeavor, so that benefits greatly from partnership between technology provider, the industry experts, the end user themselves. So we are always eager to work closely with our clients to tailor solution that meets their need and drive the tangible result. Yeah, lastly, I just encourage the business that are considering adopting the AI to start exploring these possibilities right now, because the landscape is evolving rapidly, and those who take early steps will position themselves with an advance an advantage for the future. And whenever, if it's pilot project or consultation or simply staying informed, proactive engagement is a key. So thank you very much once again for having me, and I'm super excited about what's ahead, and I look forward to contribute of this advancement of AI and IoT in this industrial sector.
No, brilliant. Thank you very much. That was an excellent overview for us, and it's certainly a very exciting space to be working in. So thank you very much for taking the time to share your thoughts with us. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this latest episode of Electronic Specifier Insights. Don't forget to subscribe to the series to keep up to date with our newest guests, and do share with fellow colleagues, friends, and family who may be interested in the latest news from the electronics industry. Electronic Specifier.